Welcome to It Takes Two. I'm Blair.
I'm Chris.
And today we'll be talking about Love Island All-Stars Season 2, Episode 11.
Listen here, guys. Ronnie did not say Showmance. It was Gabby in the first episode.
Talking
to Marcel, okay? Just to let y'all know that. You ready?
Ready.
Subscribe, like, share, comment, all the above. Let's go.
So Grace is telling the girls that Harriet doesn't want to chase him around the way that she did last time.
She did.
Ronnie knows that he needs to be respectful of Elma, but he is definitely still interested in Harriet, and they hug it out and end their conversation.
Yeah.
Elma isn't feeling too good. She's trying not to cry, and Kaz tells her Ronnie doesn't deserve her anger. He rated Harriet a 10 to keep that connection going.
Yeah.
I was like, it's funny, Kaz, you're telling us this because you was just kissing Ronnie a few days ago.
But it's okay, though.
So Harriet comes back to the girls, and she tells them that the chat with Ronnie went well. It is hard not to fall into that routine and being back with him because she's in here.
Yeah.
Harriet thinks that he just doesn't really know how he feels right now. His heart did drop when she came in, and Elma says, and all the feelings came back. I guess that's the part of the conversation that she heard very clear.
Yeah, I know.
Harriet says, yeah, but he is confused and he still wants to be respectful of the situation. So the girls think Ronnie just says what he thinks is right in the moment.
Now, here's my thing. I believe Elma and Ronnie was put together by the fans in the beginning, right? I want to say so. I
believe so.
Or was there? No, there was a recoupling and Ronnie chose Elma again. But I think at first they was put together, and then during the recoupling after the secret garden with Kaz, Kaz thought that she was gonna get picked by Ronnie, but she didn't get picked by Ronnie. She got picked. She didn't get picked by Ronnie. She got picked by Luca, right? But I'll say this, Elma, you're in danger because outside of y'all just like you being there first, there's nothing that I see that y'all have in common.
Yeah.
Like there's no chemistry, there's no connection outside of I had Ronnie first, and Ronnie is the person that I'm with now. There's literally, you're a fan and you're a groupie. And that's basically what it's coming off as. It's like, don't take my man. I had him first. I love Ronnie. But whole time, like, there's nothing there. It don't seem easy as Harriet and Ronnie does. And I feel like Ronnie got a big decision to make, you know?
Yeah. And with Elma, it would have done her good to try to at least talk to some of the other guys.
Yeah.
And maybe even if she wasn't really grafting, what she could have done, I feel like, if we're talking strategy, at least try not to get all angry and yelling and hollering and making a scene every time Ronnie does something, because I feel like a lot of guys are kind of turned off by that as well. Yeah. So, but she got mad at Ron for saying it, but it's true. So Casey and Gabby talk. He thought that her biting Scott's lip was a bit too much. Gabby just wanted to win, and Casey kissed all the girls back. And he says, yeah, because it's a kissing competition, not a biting competition.
I hear you.
And Gabby says, you know, you always say it's just a game. She didn't think he'd be this upset, but she tells him, fine, I shouldn't have done it. And they end up hugging it out.
Yeah, Gabby, don't gaslight him and don't gaslight us. You said you will give your best effort because, number one, you want to win, and you want to show each guy what they are missing. That's what you said out your mouth. So, like, you know, Casey feels some type of way. This is the UK rules, apparently. You only can kiss, you can't touch. Touching is part of kissing. Sorry. But, you know, my hands going to be everywhere, you know. But, look, I see Casey's point only because he's still reeling off the passionate Sean not being given to him.
Yeah.
You know, you gave it to Curtis as a cop-out. Meanwhile, every night we're kissing, we're touching, we're doing all these things in the bed, but at the same time, like, you can't even, like, it's almost like this. For some reason, even though Casey and Gabby are on the show, we see them on the screen, it feels like they in a secret relationship. I feel like she's, like, publicly not right, closing it off with him. It's like, oh, at night we kiss, we passionate, but during the games or doing things like that that's out in the open, yeah, Curtis is more passionate. It's like, what? It's like, it makes no sense. Yeah. So I can see where Casey's coming from.
Yeah, it doesn't really show the true progression of their relationship by how she's acting.
Yeah.
So Curtis grabs Ekin, and Ekin tells him it's been more than 5 minutes, but okay. So Curtis tells her, look, you know, going all in for the kissing challenge is cool, but when you start rubbing people's abs, that's a little bit too much.
Nah, I said my lower ab.
Ekin says it's a game. She watched every boy kiss. Casey kissed every girl with grabbing and tongue and also describing the kisses. He said that he never kissed this girl before and she felt like he was acting single and that's why she went all in because she was mad.
Okay.
Casey said, you're the only girl that I have interest in. And now like the conversation is turning to the timing of when she got upset and she's saying that it doesn't really matter. And he's like, it does matter because if you're saying I made you mad and that's why you did what you did. But Elma just puts it that she overthinks sometimes and she does have insecurities.
Ekin.
Ekin, yes. Sorry.
Yes. So help me with this, Blair. Davide, is that his name?
Yes.
Was this some of the traits that kind of stir up that fire in their relationship that Ekin was showing here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Jealousy.
Okay. Jealousy. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Here's the thing, Ekin. I don't know if you feel like Curtis is a pushover, but based on what our friends told us over in the UK, they told us Curtis got some a little toxic in him, right? And I don't know if you realize that being with Curtis may be your ticket of winning this game. So I think she should not push him away because a lot of guys seem like they are intimidated to go after her. And the whole point of being on Love Island is even though people may like you, you got to be with somebody.
Yep.
And I feel like something over the kissing game is not worth putting stumbling blocks in your relationship this early, in my opinion. You got to let the fans at least see 2 votes go by with y'all being in a happy relationship, in my opinion. Agreed.
So Montel and Catherine have a chat. Catherine thought that he had a child.
Well, okay, don't start the conversation off by saying I'm with child.
So Martell apparently dropped like a photo dump, and in the photo dump was like a sonogram or something. But he was saying it was because his sister had a baby. Catherine explains that she cannot do the slow burn thing.
Yeah.
He has always wanted to explore things with Catherine, but we just have to see.
Can I play devil's advocate?
Sure.
I don't know who approached who, right? But we seen Montel and Catherine talk more in just this episode alone than we seen Nas and Catherine connect, right?
Correct.
Do you feel like Catherine is showing a little bit more effort with Montel than she did with Nas?
I don't think so.
Okay.
No, I don't think so. I think that she's happy that Montel is there, so we're seeing more of like her happiness, giddiness, comfort side, and with Nas, with him being such a slow burn.
Okay.
I don't think she could fully be just her silly self.
Yeah. Here I wouldn't start the conversation with saying like I heard you have a baby, but whatever floats your boat, and then even then fact check that to make sure it's not his baby because
please still fact check that.
You still may have you may have some people saying, "Dang, that's not my baby, that's my sister's baby." Fact check to make sure he ain't got no baby. But hopefully, Catherine, he picks you. You get what I'm saying? But from what I was told, he didn't pick you last time. So the chance of him picking you this time, especially when he got a chance to try something new, that's greater. You get what I'm saying? To try something new? Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. So Ronnie and Harriet talk again. Harriet is trying to be more chill this time instead of going full force and kind of falling for somebody. She is a relationship girl. Oh, she's talking to Ron. Sorry. And Ron says that he is a lover boy and he is pretty much done with the partying days. Harriet tells him that she fancies him.
Ooh, so out of the 4 people, I said Curtis, I said Scott, I included Ronnie, and my 4th guy that I said was Casey.
Yep.
I said Casey. So one of the guys is Ron. I think you said Ron in one of your 4.
I don't remember.
Okay. That was less than 24 hours ago. I feel you.
Yeah.
But right now we know one of the 4 guys, one of the 3 guys that she fancies is Ron. Okay, cool.
Yes. So Kaz and Montel talk. He tells her that she is beautiful. And he's like, he can't figure out why she hasn't been able to have a successful coupling. Is it you or them? He's not too sure. And Kaz tells him that it's them.
It's them.
She is not going to let it get to her. The right person just hasn't come for her yet. He asks her what her type is, and she says mostly personality, how a guy makes her feel, but Montel is her physical type.
Now, here's the thing. Of course, we could look at it and say, Kaz, let your girl, Catherine, get this man. You already got a man, and Nas and Catherine are not really together, right? I wish I could feel that way because I can't say that while at the same time saying it's Love Island.
Yeah.
It's a free for all. And at the end of the day, the guy picks. So it's not something.
Well, the bombshell pick.
Yeah, the bombshell pick. And the bombshell in this instance end up being the guy. So it's like, I understand that, Cass. If he picks you, I don't want to hear no more excuses of why nobody is working out with you then. If he actually picks you. Because last time, Luca picked you because you was literally just the last one standing there, right? The other time, Ekin stole your man Curtis. Ronnie didn't pick you. Now, for a bombshell to actually pick you, you make it work with this guy.
Okay.
We're not giving you no more chances. You had more chances in like 10 episodes than like somebody get throughout the whole season. Make it work with this guy. Because at the end of the day, you got to repair your character. You have to prove to these people that like you are a girl's girl and things of that nature. And you said it's them. So now, guess what? We going to put the blame on them. Show us you now.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Only thing I really have to say about that is Kaz and Montel do seem to be hitting it off pretty well. And I do think that there is more of a chemistry between them than she has with Ron.
For sure.
But I felt like the chemistry that Montel and Catherine had was pretty good too. So I really didn't know who he was going to choose at the end.
Here's the thing. I could tell by that kiss that she gave Montel. The kiss that she gave Montel was better than the kiss that Catherine gave. And I was like, Catherine, you may have lost just off of just pure lust and feeling. So who knows?
Yeah. So Elma and Ronnie talk. Ronnie feels things have been going well with them, but Harriet did throw him off a bit.
Okay.
Elma says, and the feelings came running back.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Elma, you don't know how to keep your coop off of nothing, you know?
Exactly. You told me you talked to her in November, but you sent her flowers in December.
Oh, my goodness.
Ronnie said that he doesn't have to explain that to her. It was before he even met Elma.
That's true.
He's just trying to be honest with her about where he's at. He doesn't know exactly how he feels at this time. He just needs to sleep on it. And Elma declines giving him a hug.
You see what I mean? And now look what happened to you at the end of the episode. Listen here, you're just this year's Samantha and Joey. This year, Joey is Ronnie. And this year, Samantha is Elma. Elma built this whole life in her head with Ronnie. Like, we going to win. I'm going to teach him how to kiss. And he's going to be my guy. We're going to be closed off. Hey, I love you. You know what I mean? All that stuff. Being all wifed up. Even the bombshell coming in and saying, you're all wifed up. But you're like, I'm not wifed up whole time. You telling him something that he did, that he was there, that you wasn't there, that he didn't even know you then. Why are you bringing that up? Like, you don't know how to take information and use it to
your advantage,
build a case for you.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? Instead, you give the information to Ronnie, and now he used that information to build a case against you. Or why you crazy?
Yeah.
Why you need to worry about when I gave her flowers in December, where we're filming this show in January? Mm-hmm. It makes no sense, Elma. I hope you go home.
So Elma tells the girls that he doesn't know how to feel. Ekin doesn't like that he is going to come running back to her when Harriet pretty much ignores him.
I never saw Ronnie run back to anybody.
No, Ronnie's going to be fine.
Yeah, listen here, Ronnie. Listen, somebody go put themselves in a triangle with Ronnie.
Mm-hmm. So Harriet and Ronnie talk, and Ronnie asks Harriet, so I asked you to be my girlfriend 3 times, because that's something that Elma brought up during the conversation with them, saying that that Ronnie asked to be Harriet's girlfriend 3 times, and she said no. Harriet didn't tell them exactly what happened during their conversation, but she said that, but did you say that it was a showmance? And he says no. So Ronnie is heated.
Yeah, he's hot.
He's asking the girls, when did I say it was a showmance? And Elma says, you told us collectively. Ekin says, you told everybody. And I'm like, Ekin just likes to be in a mix.
Yeah, she did.
She says not directly, but maybe the group. And Cass says when we played that red flag game about the picture.
She came all the way from the other side of the villa.
That was on Instagram. You said that you weren't with her at the time. It was a showman's thing because you had message live or something like that. And Ronnie said that things grew into something with Harriet. The feelings have come back to him, and they're his feelings and nobody else's business. He went about everything the right way, so he doesn't get why everybody has something to say. Ronnie knows that he wouldn't say showman's. Ekin yells and says that he said it by the fire pit, and Luca tells Ekin to pipe down because you weren't even there.
And then they all started laughing like, oh yeah, you wasn't there.
Exactly.
So
now they're saying that the word was just thrown around a lot that day.
Here's the thing. The only person that was close was Cass.
She's got the wrong
It was
people.
at the fire pit during the red flag game, but it was Marcel and Gabby. Gabby threw that word out, right, to Marcel about, hey, we've been together for 8-10 months and like you telling people we was a showmance. So Cass, you was wrong, right? Hey, I think you should worry about rebuilding your character besides just being wrong and just trying to prove that you're a girl's girl. Like you said it. Mind you, you just kissing Ronnie in the secret garden.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeah, I think Ronnie is actually, this is the problem right here. All the girls that I will say is going back to Ekin, right? What's going to happen in the season is everybody reports back to Ekin. That's going to rub the guys the wrong way, right? That's going to rub the guys the wrong way with Curtis, right? So Ekin's over here basically leading, puppet mastering the whole thing, basically say, don't do that, don't let him do that, do this, do that, right? So when Ronnie sees all them girls huddled up, what's going to happen is Ronnie now don't want any of it. He don't want nothing to do with y'all little group, with y'all little clique.
Yeah.
So now he's only going to pair up with Bombshells if it's not Harriet. It's only going to be people on the outside. So Elma already sink her chances because she's yelling across the villa and being puppet mastered by Ekin. He don't want nothing to do with that. Most of the guys not going to want nothing to do with that. Curtis is going to find himself on the outs and they going to make him choose, hey, be with Ekin or not. I'm just putting a prediction out there. That's what I think is going to happen. Because this is the most I've seen someone actually, now mind you, only seen 2 seasons of the show, like actually huddle around and take advice from one person in every relationship that has. So it's like if everybody's taking advice from this person and everybody's having problems, eventually the guys gonna be like, who told you that?
Yeah.
Who told you that? Who told you that? And if Ekin name keep coming up, they all just gonna confront her.
Yeah.
You know, and you see Ekin over here talking about it happened at the fire pit and she wasn't even on the show yet.
Yeah. So it's bedtime.
Yeah.
Ronnie's sleeping outside. Curtis is sleeping outside. And Tina and Scott are making out.
And guess who else was making out? Casey and Gabby. So it just, and Nash was sleeping on the nightstand, right? Ronnie has slept outside more times in the past 10 episodes than I've seen anybody, right? Because I think Ronnie just like, you know what? I don't want to be with her. And guess what? I agree. I feel like Elma is letting the outside forces or even the fear of Harriet being back kind of like control how the relationship is. And he's like, number one, I don't want to be with you because you're talking about things that I was doing before I met you. So I know someone had to tell you that. Number two, your fact's not even straight. Number three, you lied on me and said it was a showmance. So it's like, I think he's really off of Elma completely.
Yeah, I think Elma has definitely done too much.
Yeah.
So it's the next day. Ronnie made Harriet coffee, but he gave it to Grace to give to Harriet.
Oh, my goodness.
So Elma said that yesterday was the nail in the coffin. Everyone knows that Ronnie was the one who made Harriet the coffee. And Kaz says, you know, if you both stand strong, then he'll be left with nothing. He'll have something at the end of the day.
Yes.
Kaz says that Ron didn't pull her for a chat last night. He doesn't really flirt with her and give her the spice that she needs. It feels platonic. But Montel is showing her everything that she wanted. She's saying this in front of Catherine, mind you.
In front of Catherine.
Well, both Catherine and Montel want to talk. Catherine and Kaz want to talk to Montel today. And Kaz says, at least we both have someone. I'm like, Kaz like to get up in there with somebody else talking about we both going to teach Ronnie how to kiss. Get your own.
No.
I guess this is her own. Huh?
This is her. This is the best friend you got to watch out for. That's basically like, you know, that friend that be like, if you need anything, Chris, or if you need anything, Blair, just let me know. Why? I got a whole girlfriend. I got a whole boyfriend. That's who she is. He said, I'm just being friendly. You're my brother. But like I said, she's not going to start anything, but she's not going to stop anything. I love you, girl. And it's like, well, no. You don't love me. She's sneaky in that way, you know?
So we get to the convo with Curtis and Ekin.
Yeah.
Ekin acknowledges that they had a disagreement. She thought that she would try to make him happy in bed by just like talking, probably kissing, and whatever they do when the covers are up.
Put your head under the cover to show me that it's real.
It makes her feel worse that he went to sleep outside, and she's wondering if this is how he's going to act when something's this small. How is he going to handle things in the real world? Yeah. Curtis says in the real world he would typically go to see like his grandfather or maybe a couple of close friends, but he just can't snap out of situations quickly. He does need time to himself. Yeah. Ekin hears him, but they do need a compromise, and she knows that everyone reacts differently, and now she knows that he's the type of person who needs space.
Ekin, you trying to hide the fact that you was wrong.
Yeah.
By basically saying it's a small thing. No, you made it a big thing when I wanted to talk to you. For one, he approached you first and you said, come get me in 5 minutes. Now I'm not even arguing about the issue no more. Now you want to disrespect me.
Yeah.
Now I gotta talk about your mama. You know what I'm saying? And whole time I like your mama. But like that's really the issue when it comes to relationships. Is that, hey, let's talk about the issue. Sometimes we will get off the path and talk about the issue and talk about how things happen, where it happened. And I felt like she used that time to try to flex a muscle. Basically, like, this is how you train them. And truth be told,
yeah, show dominance.
You ain't go dominate no real man. Like I don't know. I don't see it.
Yeah. So Catherine and Montel talk. She's happy to talk to, be around him. He's looking forward to not being in bed by himself. They could cuddle during the day and be in bed at night. Harriet and Catherine talk. Okay. Catherine doesn't think Ronnie is going to want to continue to pursue Elma. It's just crazy how quickly he changes because he was kissing and all over her, and now he switched up. Harriet now feels like he downplayed the situation with Elma to her.
Yeah, I think Catherine, mind your business sometimes, because even though they was together, I really never seen Ronnie the initiator of a lot of affection when it came to Elma.
I really didn't see much affection. I feel like what stood out to me was all their arguments.
Yeah,
so it was I don't know. Maybe they didn't just show it on the edit.
Yeah,
so.
Ronnie is not based off the edits that we see, Ronnie is not an affectionate person. He's in the daybeds with Kate. I see him more with Casey more than I see him with Elma. You get what I'm saying?
So Elma gets a text. Everyone must gather around the fire pit.
Uh-oh.
Harriet and Montel choose who they want to steal. Harriet chooses Ron. Montel chooses Kaz.
What are your thoughts just on that?
I was happy that Harriet chose Ron. I wouldn't want her to come back and him choose Ronnie immediately.
I wasn't. Yeah. I wasn't happy until she chose him. Right? Because I think she's playing games.
And the thing is, she should.
Yeah, I think
because Ronnie played her for a while.
Yeah, for a while.
Yeah,
you know, and then especially when you get to watch back the season.
Yeah,
I think she's playing games. I don't think she feels no connection with no Ron. Right? It just so happens that his name is Ron, and when I say Ron, you are expecting the knee. Yeah. But I stop at Ron. You know, and I think she's playing games.
And Montel chooses Kaz. I felt okay about it. I was hoping that Montel would be for Catherine. He said he's still open to get to knowing people, but you could see Catherine's face dropped. I mean, she ended up crying afterwards because she thought that he was describing her. So it was sad for her. But you know, Kaz, you got him. So if it don't work out with him, then it's you.
Yeah. Truth be told, the minute that he said that she's funny, I was like, dang, he ain't talking about Catherine.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, Now, Cass, don't mess it up. Now, I will say this, though. Catherine, I'm sorry, but you still got to be with Nas for now. And you may have to, unfortunately, go through another voting. And that means you going to be at the bottom. Hopefully, I can gather the UK. I could garner some votes from our viewers. Vote for Catherine. Now I know somebody on here is not gonna vote for her because I forgot your name, but you are definitely one of a loyal viewer, and it made me laugh. I didn't agree with what they said, but it made me laugh. Basically said, what is wrong with you cheering for these side characters? For basically they call Catherine an extra, and I said root for the underdog. Okay, root for the underdog. But I'm just saying, I don't think Catherine's going to make it through another voting.
Yeah.
And truth be told, I think they're trying to find a reason to get Nas off the show.
Okay.
Because I think you did not even know Nas was still there until they put the camera on him one time.
No, because I thought Catherine and Montel were talking about how they both sleeping alone. And I was just like, where's Nas?
Yeah.
And then they showed him, in the corner. Chilling with the guys or whatever he be doing. But Ronnie stormed off.
Oh, yeah,
he does not want to talk. He ends up going over to Harriet and he tells her, look, I'm clear on what I want. I want you. This is a chance for me to prove how much I've changed. And he really wants to do right by her. So we will see. We will see what Harriet's response is to Sunday.
Here's my thing. I love that Ronnie did that.
Yeah.
Because I ain't gonna hold you. I love a little toxic in my life. What Ronnie's doing is toxic as hell, right? I'm going to wait till you get in a relationship with somebody else to tell you how I feel. Ronnie met with this woman 5 times within this one episode, and he could have said...
It was a lot.
What he could have said, what he said right then, back then. You get what I'm saying?
He wanted to be confused.
But he gonna wait till she get in a relationship. So basically to get rid of Ron, to make her feel some type of way, and just to play toxic. Hey, you want to play games and pick somebody named Ron? I'm gonna play games to say I'm in love with you. I don't want Elma. So now what?
But I'm wondering, could this be a little like a love story? If they could get it right, could this be something to where they finally got on track?
Love story.
And this is something that like we can kind of get behind. Like if they can get on track, I could really get behind them.
I ain't gonna hold you. Harriet makes. I like Ronnie, but I ain't gonna say I love Ronnie, but like I like Ronnie because he's familiar. He's laid back and things like that. He got little funny punchlines every now and then. But Harriet makes them a lot likable. Like like they are a likable couple with them too, right? Yeah. This will be the only threat to Ekin winning this season. Harriet and Ronnie. Because I see a lot of people getting behind Ronnie. There's not enough people on this show that are likable that you want to get behind. Tina and Scott is on the show, and I don't remember seeing them.
Yeah, but they really didn't highlight them this episode.
No, so it's like, unless something pops up, like, I see Harriet and Ronnie winning this season.
Yeah, and that's all I got.
That's all we got. Listen, we're going to be back Sunday. Make sure y'all subscribe, like, share, comment, all the above. We see you then.
Bye.